The Scottish Tory leader told Nicola Sturgeon to give it a rest after the SNP leader called for the UK to remain tied to the EU by being part of the single market and customs union, saying it was the only sensible option. And when quizzed over what she would do differently on Twitter, the Scottish First Minister simply replied not leave the EU. The anti-Brexit leader earlier tweeted her response to Theresa May striking a Brexit deal with the EU in order to move to phase 2 of talks. She said move to phase 2 of talks good, but devil is in the detail and things now get really tough. If Brexit is happening, wish it wasn't. Staying in single market customs union is only sensible option. And any special arrangements for NI must be available to other UK nations. Brexit deal livegety. Nicola Sturgeon is still calling for the UK to remain in the single market. Nicola Sturgeon uses any Brexit development to bang the indie drum. Ruth Davidson and aside a UK government that is able to say that come what may, it will avoid hard borders with Ireland. And after Brexit can never again tell Scotland that independence would mean a hard border between Scotland and UK. But Ms. Davidson was quick to attack Ms. Sturgeon, who is hell-bent on dragging Scotland out of the Union. She tweeted, and here we go. Right on time. Nicola Sturgeon uses any Brexit development to bang the indie drum. Could set your buy it. Give it a rest. Nicola Sturgeon was quick to hit back, tweeting democracy, Tory style, shut up and let us inflict whatever damage on Scotland we want. Twitter. Sturgeon is still calling for Scotland to be dragged out of the Union. Ms. Davidson welcomed a breakthrough in negotiations, hailing it as a real step forward, and that the agreement ensures the integrity of the UK. She said, this morning's announcement is a real step forward. It confirms the rights of EU citizens living here will be protected, as well as those of Brits living abroad. It guarantees there will be no hard border between Ireland and Northern Ireland. These are both hugely welcome steps and I congratulate the Prime Minister on securing them. Friday, December 8, 2017. Davison, EU's chief Brexit negotiator Michel Barnier attend a press conference by Theresa May. Throughout this process, my overriding priority has been to ensure we act as one United Kingdom and no home nation is left behind. I am therefore glad that this morning's agreement ensures the integrity of the UK. The work on a comprehensive trade agreement with the EU 27 can now begin. This will require more hard work and patience. But I am optimistic that Britain and Europe can together build a new relationship, underpinned by the ties of trade, shared values and mutual interest. It is in all our interests. Ms. Sturgeon earlier this week leapt on Theresa May's failure to strike a deal over the Irish border, claiming it was a chance for Remainers to push Mrs. May into agreeing a soft Brexit deal. She demanded Edinburgh to be allowed to remain in the EU's common market because Scotland voted overwhelmingly to remain in the bloc. The PM suffered a setback when her bid to resolve the Irish border issue by offering to keep EU rules in Northern Ireland was blocked at the last minute by her Democratic Unionist Party allies. Ms. Sturgeon has long called for Scotland, which backed staying in the EU by 2/3, to remain in the single market and customs union when the UK leaves, but this was rejected by Mrs. May's government, with Scottish Secretary David Mundell saying it was unnecessary.